The Earth, home of over 7 billion people. Each one of these people have one thing in common: skills. Imagine what we could do if these skills could be transferred all over the world. The Middlesex University Wellbeing Foundation was set up to do just that. Our journey begins in the smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia. One of the passions and strengths of the Gambia is sports. The country is full of young raw talents who need training to a higher standard by the right people. Our first point of call was at the National Sports Stadium in Banjul for the sports students to begin a 3-day sports leadership course. Some of the coaches and leading figures from the Sports Council turned up and were keen to get started.
So what we got them to do was draw what they think is a good leader. So if the leader is kind, they might have a big heart or a big smile. If they listen well, they might have big ears. If they should have like the right equipment, so they'll have foot boots or football.
In this field here, we're just going to work. We will fucking take that ball. The only thing that I want you to do now is between you guys, is throw and catch and just jog around in that area. Yeah, okay. So away we go, let's go. Throw and catch. Don't just say one little fiction about.
Obviously Jojo works at like the adults, and he was like, but for me I do kids, and I was like, yeah, that's what I do. Like, so we're gonna try and level it up because a few of them work with adults, but a few of them work with kids. So if we do different sessions, then it's gonna benefit everyone.
Yeah. Is everyone happy with that?
Has everyone got that?
Yeah.
So once we've done our warm up, we'll give you a different variety of, remember the 3 stages: warm up, stretching, pulse raiser.
Spending 3 days with these coaches, I noticed that they all had the practical experience of coaching, but didn't have any qualification or theory to back it up. These coaches all have the drive and what it takes to reach a high level, and long term, with the right support, we can make that happen.
Things we don't know, they're making us to know it. So we really appreciate it, and we're saying thank you to each and every one of you.
While travelling around the Gambia, it was fascinating to see the change in terrain from place to place. A 40-minute drive out of Banjul is the small community of Farasuto. A few of us went to visit what we consider to be a hidden gem, Farasuto Forest. This is among the few remaining and now isolated forest patches left in the Gambia. The few of us who visited the forest were met by Mamadou. He is one of the locals in the community, and without any specific education, he has trained himself to become a guide in the forest.
So I started studying birds, going out, looking at them without any binocular even with me. So I just use my naked eye going out, looking at the birds. So sometimes when I get chance of the book, I just open the book, look at the book, I say, wow, I saw this, definitely I saw it. I started going out, doing research, studying them, until I managed to identify over 250 species. So that's the time I started, okay, now I think I'm fit to go out and lead people, ornithologists, guide them, show them the environment.
Working closely with Mamadou and the Farasuto community, this forest has real potential. The forest is thriving in mango trees, which could be used to generate sustainable income, along with the honeybees hidden inside the forest. What I was able to capture in the forest shows what could be done if students travelled here and worked alongside this wonderful community, transforming this forest into a self-sustainable nature reserve. After seeing the forest, I heard that Amanda, the Foundation's employability advisor, was going to visit a hospital to discuss some further placement opportunities. We were greeted by Malamin, the head technician at AfriMed Medical Centre. who we sat and spoke to.
Few of us were lucky to travel to Cuba to further our education. But many here are not lucky because of financial problem. So that training program will do good to our young people here, because many of them have the aspiration to do this, but they don't have the support. So if students are coming here or experts coming to teach them, that would be good. That would be a good idea. The problems that we have here, the type of illness, the type of disease that we have here are not common in the UK, and that would be a good experience for those students coming here to be able to know how a malaria parasite looks. To be able to see helminth infections, to be able to see sickle cell anemia, and iron deficiency program, the whole program, the whole system. So that would be a good experience for those students coming in to be able to see, because I know they are not common in the UK.
While I was travelling around with the groups in Banjul, a small group of art and dance students had travelled to Sanquir on the banks of the River Gambia, which is home to the picturesque location, Saraba Island.
Saraba is an institution that is there to develop art, culture and skills and connect people, create integrations and exchange knowledge to improve the qualities of life for all.
There was a real buzz and excitement when we arrived. The community had all pulled together with their money to transport us by donkey to the riverside. Here is where we were able to see the land that had been given to the foundation to set up a rowing and canoe club. Looking around the area and speaking to the locals, I could see and feel the passion for this project. The raw materials are all accessible, but what is missing is the people with the right skills to get these visions off the ground. After visiting the river, the community put on a show for all of us, which went on till late in the night. The next morning, before we travelled back to Banjul, we had a final opportunity to mix with the locals.
Today we're here, back in the community. We're going to be doing some coaching sessions. We're going to do volleyball, football, and just do some fundamental basics in sports. I recommend any student at Middlesex, any uni in the whole world to come here and just take in the culture, because it's just oozing with talent.
It's an amazing experience. The Gambian people being so welcoming. To be honest, one thing that opened my eyes is where I am right now, to be honest with you, just to see how the people are living.
I'm hoping also it's a one-off trip. I'm hoping this can be maybe an annual thing, or maybe a twice-a-year thing. But then that way we can build a great relationship with the Gambia, and we can build a great relationship with us as well. That way I think we can offer them a lot more. We can learn from them as well as they can learn from us also.
When we first come to Saraba Island, they were very welcoming. I was quite disappointed when we left, but it was really good. It was getting quite enjoyable,
Thanking you very much, because everybody in the village here is very happy and very much delighted.
What you've just been watching for the past 10 minutes is what we managed to achieve in a short 12 days in the Gambia. Imagine what differences we could make if we went out there to work on projects for a month at a time. What we don't want is for these projects to take one step forward and two steps back, and the only way to make that happen is if you all get involved with these once-in-a-lifetime experiences.